So today we will be looking at homework 1, Order of Operations. In these blanks, remember the order that we do things is we have the parenthesis first. Anything that's in parentheses. Then we have exponents. Then we have multiply and divide are on the same line, and we go left to right just like you read. And then we have add and subtract last, and those are on the same line, and we go left to right. So you will be getting examples such as the first one, you might get something like 8 squared. So the work that you are to show would be that this means 8 times 8, and then you can use your calculator, and your answer is 64. And that's just kind of a review of exponents. Now, the next one is a fraction. But we still do our squaring. So let's say we have 7 over 10 squared. What this means is 7 times 7 over 10 times 10. So 7 times 7 is 49. 10 times 10 is 100. That cannot be reduced, so that is my answer. Number 3 may look something like 7 to the third. So the work you are to show would be that this means 7 times 7 times 7. So then we put that in the calculator and we get 343. Number 4 has parentheses and it has exponents. Remember, we do what's in the parentheses first, but inside those parentheses, we have the exponents. So we will do 7 squared, and it's still in parentheses. So 7 squared is 49 minus, and we have 3 cubed. And remember, that means 3 times 3 times 3, which would be 27. And then we have the divided by 5. So then in the calculator, you can do 49 minus 27. And that gives you 22. And 22 divided by 5, you can put that in the calculator, and that gives you a decimal. And in Math Excel, it's probably going to ask for a fraction. So 22 over 5 is what you'll need to put into Math Excel. On number 5, we have some brackets and some parentheses and some exponents. The brackets are just big parentheses, so we have to do everything inside here first. And when you look inside here, we have parentheses, we have exponents. So we will take care of what's in the parentheses first. So 7 minus the 4 gives me 3. And then that 3 is to the 5th divided by 9. So then my next step, 2, and I've got the brackets, and now I have 3 to the 5th. So you will go 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 243. And then I have the divided by 9 still. And then I need to do the 243 divided by 9 in my calculator, and I can make these, I still have my brackets. So 243 divided by 9 is 27. My last step then is to take that 2 times 27. And so my final answer will be 54. But I need to see all of this work. I don't want to see just that problem and then that answer. I need to see the work on paper, please. Starting with number 6, you will be given an expression, and you are expected to substitute those numbers in for those letters. So for number 6, I'll have the 2 times, and then instead of an S, I will put a 5. And then instead of a T, I will put a 6. And that's squared. And then minus. And then instead of that S, I will put that 5. Squared. So then my next line, I will have 2, and I'll take care of these exponents. So 2 times 5 times, and then I've got 6 squared, which remember means 6 times 6. So that's 36. Minus, and now I've got 5 squared, which remember is 5 times 5. And now I've got all those multiply, and because those are all on the same line, you could multiply all those together. 2 times 5 times 36, so do that in your calculator. And you have 360. And then minus the 25. And so then your next step, you will minus that 25, and so your final answer is 335. And again, all that work is expected to be showed to get credit. So number 7, I've got y cubed minus 2x. So instead of putting the y, I will be putting the 3. And the 2 stays, but instead of that x, I will be putting a 2. So now I have 3 cubed, which remember means 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Minus, then I've got 2 times 2 is 4. So my last step, 27 minus 4 gives me 23. And again, all of that work is expected to be showed to get credit. And the last one, 3y minus 3 over x. And my x will be replaced with a 3. My y will be replaced with a 6. So I've got that 3. And instead of the y, I will put a 6 minus 3 over, and then instead of the x, we have a 3. So then we have 3 times 6 is the 18 minus 3 over 3. And then 18 minus 3 gives me 15 over 3. And 15 over 3 can be reduced to 5.